Continuing the essentials of workers' compensation, an employer's protocol for injured workers. What we're covering today: employer treatment of injured workers, work-related injury handling protocol, the importance of communication, monitoring and supervision, and the consequences of making additional concessions.
Workers' comp insurance and claims is not a passive activity on the part of the employer. Yes, they have insurance. Yes, they have an insurance company that will handle the claim. Yes, they can report the claim and forget it. Is that a good policy to follow? I don't think so. An employer has a protocol for handling absences. They have a protocol for handling vacations. They have a protocol for handling various things in their workplace. They should have a protocol for handling work-related injuries. Again, because work comp claims affect profitability, doesn't it therefore make sense to have a protocol to handle the workers' comp claim? Well, the protocol should be written. It should be simple. It should be communicated to everyone in the process, management level, supervisors, etc., so that following a work-related injury, people understand what is supposed to happen. Are witness statements supposed to be taken? Is the employee supposed to be interviewed? Is the employee supposed to have their benefits explained to them? Does the employee understand which medical facility they're supposed to go to? Does the employee understand what's going to happen at the medical treatment center if the doctor says they cannot return to work or can return to modified duty? All these things should be spelled out in the protocol so that whoever is administering this and the supervisors involved will understand the steps to follow. It delineates who is responsible for what, and it should be monitored for its effectiveness. Obviously, anything that's created can either become more or less effective over time, and as situations change, etc., the protocol should be revised if changes or revisions are warranted. You know, I've had so many employers tell me over the years, do I really have to coddle this person for fear they might sue me? And my response is, absolutely do not do that. That is the worst thing you can do. By the same token, employers should not make the injured worker feel as if they've committed a crime. I mean, the injured worker is somebody that they hired that is servicing their business. Under the workers' comp rules, it makes no difference how the injury occurred, only that it occurred at work while the employee was engaged in the employer's principal business. So the employer should treat that injured worker with the same respect as they would any other employee. No better, no worse. Again, what does the policy and procedure manual say? Follow your own rules. In my opinion, it's a very, very dangerous territory for an employer to make special concessions to the injured worker. Again, they might feel compelled to do this by saying or by thinking that if they don't make special concessions, this person will become hostile or vocal or talk to other employees in the company about what the employer has done to them and how bad they're being treated, which may happen anyway. So you're adding insult to injury if you start making these special considerations. Also, another thing happens which the employer doesn't count on, and that is other employees see these special considerations being made. Well, Jim gets to leave early every day because he doesn't need to be sitting in traffic with his back injury. He needs to be able to not do that. So we're going to allow him to leave 30 minutes early. Well, this does generally not set well with other employees, and all of a sudden they begin to get a resentful attitude against Jim, and the whole thing spirals out of control. So again, what started it? Special concessions. And as mentioned, they generally don't work out well for either party. The injured worker begins to expect these special considerations and understand that they have some kind of special power over their employer, and begin making more and more demands. It was fine to leave 30 minutes early, now I want to leave 45 minutes early. Well, okay. So once you go down that trail, it's a never-ending trail that does not generally end well. And in my humble opinion, making concessions outside of your policy and procedure can become a very toxic situation in the workplace.
Thank you for watching. Please feel free to call either one of us for a free 1-hour consultation on your workers' compensation options.